Alright guys, we gotta get excited. Wilbur is finally coming home. Finally. It's been 4 months, I think. I honestly don't remember the day that I sent him off to the shop, because when I released the video that was like a month after it actually left. But Wilbur's coming home today. Went over to the shop yesterday. They finally got it all put back together. And so I went over there yesterday and I test drove it, but it was real tight parking. They didn't have space to really do anything. Man, do my glasses look like chicks' glasses? They kind of do. Doggone it. Shouldn't have listened to my wife. Anyway, so the hauler called me about 30-40 minutes ago, said he was on the way. I went and test drove it yesterday, like I said. It was just real tight parking. I was able to get enough that I got through fourth gear. I put it in fourth gear and I felt it engage in fourth gear. So I've at least got fourth gear, which I didn't have before. Maybe there's a truck coming. I feel like I can hear a truck coming now. Maybe not. I might just be going crazy. Anyway, so it's at least got fourth gear, but I haven't had a chance to like put it under a load. So that'll be the thing. When I get it in here today, I'm gonna try to, I am going to get the shields put back on, at least the main turtle shell, the one big shield that keeps big clumps of dirt from falling on top of the transmission. Definitely get that one back on. And the other ones, I mean, the shields go on in 30 minutes as long as I can remember how to put them back on. And then I want to actually haul some dirt because I'm filling in that daggum hole. I'm getting that hole filled in. I'm so tired of looking at it. So tired of looking at it. So that's going to be the first order. And then right along over here, along the edge of the trees, yeah, there's a little old ditch that we dug when we very first came in here and cleared. I just got it pumped out. That'll be the next order, get that filled in so it just stops holding water and we don't need it anymore. The drainage is fixed up enough, we don't need that ditch. So I want to get that filled back in, and then we're going to move the Connex from here, there, 180 degrees over here-ish, basically where that trash is and that old collapsed canopy. We want to flip it over to that side of the driveway so that when we look down from the house we can actually see the goats. Anyway, I know I'm rambling about all sorts of stupid crap that you guys really don't care about. You really just want to see Wilbur, and he'll be here soon. I think I hear him. I think I hear Wilbur coming. Oh, he looks handsomer than before. All right, let me get down off this goat barn and get out there and help the driver get unhooked and get him off there. Well, that's really anticlimactic because I got a phone call. Y'all didn't get any of the footage of me backing off the trailer. I'm sorry. Anyway, Wilbur's home! Woohoo! Alright, well, yeah, and sorry I missed the unload. I should have put my phone in airplane mode, I guess. I didn't think a text message would shut it off, but apparently it did. Or I must have missed, maybe I missed a phone call, I don't know. Phone call I know interrupts it. Anyway, Wilbur's home. I'll show you guys a couple of the ailments it's still got. One, transmission related. We've got the gasket on the filter housing is leaking on the transmission. So that'll be on them, the shop. They'll send a guy out here and get that replaced because that was actually done in the shop. So it's not even like it's something that got damaged on install. They should have had that done before it ever left the shop. Which they probably replaced it and just pinched it or something, who knows. Anyway, that's leaking. This bed cylinder, both my bed cylinders have always leaked. This driver's side's always been bad, but after this last winter it got really bad, really bad. The extreme cold, I guess, I don't know if it just kind of shocked it or what, but you can see that's just from putting it up and lowering it back down a little bit. It leaks real bad. But what's really frustrating me is this steering cylinder. This steering cylinder didn't used to leak. I know that, because if it used to leak that bad, I'd have noticed. But it's leaking now, and it's like there's no internal seals at all. The mechanic said when he put it back on the truck that it had no compression. He was able to just slide that ram in, no problem. And I can feel it now when I turn, because the truck doesn't want to turn the same. Now, this is the cylinder that I broke in the past and had welded. So maybe they didn't, maybe when it got welded, they heated those seals up somehow. But again, it's been 2 years since that happened. So I don't know why it just all of a sudden started leaking, but that's fine. That can be addressed after the fact. Like I said, I've taken that cylinder out on my own in the past. Can do it again, although I don't really want to, but I can. It's just a big pin up there on the front, a big pin back here on the back, and then 2 hydraulic hoses, and slides right out of there. So that's leaking. The transmission itself is not leaking, except for what we were talking about, the filter housing. When they first put it back together, this rear pinion seal, I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I can't really see the camera, it's bright out, but right there where the rear drive shaft goes into the back of the transfer case, that rear pinion seal was leaking. But it doesn't appear to be now. So I don't know if maybe it just wasn't quite seated right. But after the test drive yesterday, it stopped leaking. So that, and then the lower main seal on the front end of the engine is leaking engine oil, which it was doing that before anyway. That filter housing, there's the transmission filters right here. And that filter housing down where it bolts onto the side of the transmission is leaking. But I've got to get my shield back on because I want to be able to haul some dirt today and actually test this thing out. Of course, man, with no steering, I don't know if I want to. Man, I want to haul dirt and I want to drive it so bad, but I'm conflicted with the steering. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll just go put a load on it and just make sure that I can at least pull forward and backward. I could do that much at least. Just beat it hydraulic oil. But I wanted to get the shields on before I do that. But then again, I guess if I'm going to be... Really, I just need to get the one big main shield on. That one. I call it the turtle shell. I want to get that one on before I do any serious hauling. If I'm just going to do one load to test it out, I don't need to put it on yet. So that's fine. We'll let him sit here and think for a while. Check my oil. And yeah, and I'll go put a load on it.